You can see right now swirling out even over the Pacific Ocean, a well-defined circulation at the high altitudes. It is directing traffic and bringing a lot of tropical Pacific moisture into the west. And this is really stage one of an event that's going to be with us through the weekend and into early next week, bringing in very heavy snow, as this system is going to basically take a path about like that and then initiate an area of low pressure to start us all off on Saturday with some big snows on the way for places like Kansas, which is why we have these winter storm watches out issued by the great forecasters at the National Weather Service offices in Omaha, for example, in Topeka. They put out the winter storm watches earlier this morning. There's going to be more of them. I have a feeling the Kansas City office in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, is going to issue their winter storm watches, and that would include areas out here. And it's only the beginning. We're going to see a lot more of this because of what is almost certainly going to be a very impactful event. Exactly how much snow we get, well, there's still a bunch up in the air here, but some of the guidance is rather bullish. I would say a lot of guidance is bringing in excess of a foot of snow in some of these areas along the I-70 corridor, let's say from Kansas City, sweep it all the way through St. Louis or areas nearby. There's uncertainty. There will be more north-south movement, no doubt, in this zone of maximum snowfall. But you get the idea that a very significant snowfall in this sort of east-west zone is coming. And that's an almost certainty, and it's going to extend all the way to the mid-Atlantic. Starting us off on Saturday, it may not look like much on the radar, but some of the weather metrics out there will show a rapidly developing area of low pressure in the plains of Texas and the Panhandle, and that's going to start us off with a mixture of rain and snow and ice and even some rain just to the south of that all across Kansas. So Kansas gets the potpourri of winter weather types on our Saturday afternoon. But then, as this storm strengthens and cranks up, especially at higher altitudes, we are going to see a development of a swath of very heavy snow, I think. Maybe some thunder and lightning in there, some gusty winds as well. That might indeed include Kansas City, Emporia, perhaps even Wichita, and then on into Missouri as well. Maybe St. Louis, perhaps just a bit north. Stay tuned. We'll refine the exact positioning here going forward. But very heavy snow is on the way, and this is a part of these wintertime cyclones that is so very good at producing high snowfall rates and very significant accumulations. That is part of the forecast in parts of the Midwest and Plains. It all moves eastbound later on Sunday and into early Monday morning. Actually, the storm weakens a little bit, but will still be strong enough to support significant snow along that zone, including places like D.C. How about that? It's been a while, right? Well, I think we're going to get some this time around before it moves offshore on your Monday night. It is also, unfortunately, going to bring some ice buildup to some regions. This is a very uncertain part of the forecast, but a narrow swath south of the heaviest snow is going to see some of that icing. Be very careful. It only takes a tiny little bit to make the roads nearly impassable.